Today I'm going to be showing you how to expedite your goals and how to make them come right away. Let's get right into it. Write down ideas of your dreams, of your goals, and of your desires immediately as they come up. On your phone, open up the notepad. Let's say you're at the store and there's an item that you really want to buy. Pull out this list and write it down. Before spending on it, before contemplating about it, just write it down, give it a day, and do this throughout the month. So the way that I do it is I will have a time at the end of the month in which I choose what I'm going to treat myself with. I love this system because what it does is I get to practice delayed gratification, but also I get to practice prioritizing what's actually important to me. And it's a great way to strengthen your self-control, but it also keeps you intentional. When you are intentional about where your money goes, this is on a basic level, but it applies to all aspects of life. Where your energy, where your time, where your money goes, where everything goes, and when you're living with a vision, you will make those visions come to reality. Making your goals come true, making your dreams come true, it's really so simple. It's right in front of our eyes, but we just need to be intentional about it. What happens is you're looking at this list throughout the month. So the next time you're at the store, and you want to buy something, you look at the list and think, what is it that I want the most? What am I going to reward myself with at the end of the month? It gives you drive. It gives you a sense of direction. If there's something you want to do that feels absolutely unrealistic, this is especially effective. I said exactly that, unrealistic. What is a dream that you have right now that wouldn't make sense in your life? Maybe you're working a 9-to-5 right now and your dream is to travel the world, to be some sort of instructor, fitness instructor, and it's not even related to your job or your degree. Write that down. Expose yourself to pictures of it. Expose yourself to this desire, whether it's through YouTube, whether it's through the internet. Post pictures of it. What's going to happen? You don't need to know the how. You don't need to know any answers. You just need to see it right in front of you. What happens is that now that it's right in front of you, your focus is on it. Your mind, your subconscious starts formulating ideas. You start figuring it out so naturally. And this is why. Because when you are truly passionate about something, when something is truly aligned for you, the answers will come right to you. It's effortless. So I'm going to give an example. I worked at a corporate job, a 9-to-5 that I was definitely not passionate about for about 4 years. And I had this random desire that I wanted to quit, and I just wanted to have freedom of time. At the time, it sounded so unrealistic to my circumstances, but I wrote it down, and every single day I just practiced in my head, what would it be like if I could just wake up in the morning, have my freedom, wake up whenever I want to, do my morning routines, choose how I spend my time. Never would I have considered this to be a possibility. I just pretended, and guess what? That is exactly what happened. A lot of events ended up happening, but I didn't even know they could ever be possible. Quitted my job, everything worked out, and I'm living exactly that life. It sounded so outrageous at the time, but what happened was when I decided, this is what I want, this is what I can visualize what it feels like, what it looks like, what it tastes like, and eventually your body's going to find a way to make it happen. If you have any other dream, just try to find ways to make it happen. I have another crazy story. So I was at lunch with my sister, and we were talking about endeavors that we would like to do, and my whole life I had been into fitness and health, and when she randomly just told me, what if you just became a fitness instructor, a Pilates instructor, which, by the way, I would of all the types of workouts, Pilates is like the one that I would want to do. And I thought, yeah, that would be really nice. But in the moment, I was like, how? I have no experience in this. There's no way. I don't have a certification. I got a degree in finance. Like, there's no way. So that idea was sparked in my mind. I went online and I found a local Pilates studio and I started following them on social media. So I messaged them about getting a free trial, and then the idea popped in my head, and I told them, I'm interested in being an instructor here. Do you know what I can do? And they messaged me saying, yes, come in next week on Wednesday and show us what you got. So I went in on that Wednesday, and turns out what they were looking for in that moment was somebody who was already certified and had experience, which I had none of. So I did not partake in that. I was like, this is definitely this feels out of reach right now. But because the desire was already there, it was already on my heart, I saw that there was another Pilates club right down the street. And I went to that one and I just asked them, hi, I'm interested in being an instructor. Do you know anything about how to get certified? In my city, we don't have a lot of, it's not a big city. So we don't have a lot of opportunities to really get certified the way you need to, especially with this type, because it's reformer Pilates. It's very specific and you need the in-person experience. Well, this center just happened to have their own education program, and I came at the perfect timing. So that day, the owner of the business just happened to be there. I spoke to her and she tells me, we're opening up our training program for people who want to be instructors literally next month. So let me get your name and email. She gives me a tour around the studio. I get to know her personally, and so I'm excited. She ends up emailing me, I get a phone call, and then they tell me so the program is about $5,800. And I'm like, all right, trying to plan out how I'm going to pay for this program. And they tell me, when they call me, that there's a scholarship, and they say, look, the scholarship is only available to people who are it's only available when we have a grand opening. This club happens to have a grand opening this year, and this is the very last one that they're doing in my city. So it's like, wow, the timing is perfect to get the scholarship. I send in a video, and well, I get into the program. So now I'm on my way to being a Pilates instructor. I have the full cost of the program covered, all because it's like I was in the right place at the right time. I didn't know how it was going to happen, but I knew exactly what I wanted. It was fresh in my mind. It was so raw. It was so real. And the Lord allowed it to happen. I don't believe personally that you are the one who controls everything that you get, who controls your dreams and all of your desires. Personally, I believe everything is in the Lord's hand. He is the one he has sovereignty over everything. So your wins, your losses, your failures, your experiences, they're all in his hands. He gives and he takes away. But what I am saying is that he has a plan, and what is aligned for you will happen. And take initiative, take action, and honestly do it with lots of prayer. I prayed so much about these opportunities, and don't get me wrong, there have been highs and lows, especially in the process of leaving my corporate position and being able to get to a place where I could choose my schedule. There have been some low rock bottoms where at the time I didn't know what I was going through that for. and I still trust in his plan. But it's so amazing to know that what is aligned for you is going to work out. It is. And having that vision is, it's so important to have goals, have a plan, because they give you that energy. They give you the boost and the inspiration to go after your dreams. If you want to know how to have willpower, it's not willpower, it's having a vision, it's having a goal, having a dream. Don't be afraid to bring those to life. Don't be afraid to just say it out loud. You know what? I want a career change. I've been at this career for so long, but I want it now. I would love to do this instead. You will be surprised at what can happen, to what will happen in your life, the changes, the ideas, the light bulb moments, the timing of things, when you just allow yourself to see it. Just know that any dream, it may seem intimidating, it might seem scary, and that's only because it hasn't happened yet, because it's in the unknown. Our mind wants to have control. Our mind wants to know all of the answers, but the truth is we're never going to have the answers. We're always going to be taking life step by step, day by day. So your job right now is to focus on what the next step is. Make every step aligned to your life every day. When you are intentional, when you see these dreams on a list and you know what you're striving toward, your actions are going to change. In the simplest example I used at the beginning, when it comes to your spending, if I know exactly what I want, I know the cost of it, then when I'm at the store, it's going to be so much easier to not mindlessly shop and buy things, because I have direction. I know exactly where it is that I'm going. And guess what? That just allows me at the end of the month to have so much more capacity, financial capacity, to afford that goal, to afford that dream, and to allow myself. Never hold yourself back. It's a huge limiting belief when people believe that, oh, I can't have that, it's too expensive. That's nonsense. Or that dream is just too outrageous. That is nonsense. That's your fear speaking. It's always possible. And the key is be okay with not knowing the answers. Just take the next step. Every day it will put itself together. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you all next time.